There's some new things to know about ISO 50001 this year, and I'm here to tell you all about it. Hi, this is Serra from Apollo. Let's take a look. ISO 50001 is the international standard for energy management systems, but people get one thing about it wrong. It is not really for monitoring your electricity bills, but for building systematic management architecture around how your organization uses and improves energy. To put it into perspective, ISO 14001 is a generalist. It looks at your total environmental footprint, your waste, water, pollution. Meanwhile, ISO 50001 is a specialist. It has one simple question: exactly how efficient is every machine, process, and building you operate? The engine behind it is the PDCA cycle, which stands for Plan, Do, Check, Act. And it aims to encourage continuous improvement, since I emphasize greatly this is not a one-time audit at all. Now that you know what it is, here's what it actually requires. ISO 50001 has 10 clauses, but 3 technical pillars are what you really need to know. First, SEUs, significant energy uses. These are the machines, production lines, or sites consuming the most energy and offering the most improvement potential. ISO 50001 says you have to find them and prioritize them. Second, NB, energy baseline. Before you can prove improvement, you need a reference point built from historical data. No baseline, no audit. Third, EnPIs, energy performance indicators. The specific metrics that track whether you're actually getting more efficient. A simple example I like is kilowatt hours consumed per ton of output. So that's the core measurement chain. To tie it all together, SEU tells you where to look, NB tells you where you started, EnPI tells you if you're moving. So those are the requirements, but do you actually need to implement this? And honestly, it depends on your energy consumption and also your geography. In the EU, if your organization consumes more than 85 terajoules per year, roughly 23.6 gigawatt hours, ISO 50001 is now a legal requirement under the recast Energy Efficiency Directive. I repeat, not a recommendation, it is a mandate. Even below that threshold, if you consume more than 10 terajoules annually, you must either complete regular energy audits or implement ISO 50001, which replaces that requirement. In the UK, a certified ISO 50001 system covering 90% of your energy use exempts you from ESOS audit obligations entirely. And in practice, ISO 50001 is most valuable for high energy industries, multi-site operations, and any company with EU export exposure. If energy is a major cost driver or a compliance risk, you need it. And if you've been putting it off, here's why 2026 changes the calculation entirely. There are 3 things that changed in 2026 that makes ISO 50001 non-negotiable for many businesses. 1, the EED mandate is live. The 85 terajoules threshold is now enforced. There is no more volunteering. 2, CBAM's definitive phase started January 1st, 2026. If you export to the EU, your carbon emissions are now a direct financial liability, and ISO 50001 is one of the primary tools for producing the verified emissions data CBAM requires. If you cannot verify, the EU applies punitive default values and bills you accordingly. And 3, auditors no longer accept Excel. Manual spreadsheets and estimated invoice calculations are no longer valid as EnMS evidence. You need real-time, immutable data that's automatically captured. So the standard didn't really change, but the consequences of ignoring it surely did. If you're working toward ISO 50001 compliance and want to stop doing this manually, Apollo is built exactly for this. Optimize automatically identifies your SEUs and energy baseline. FinWise monitors costs and validates invoices in real time. EcoWise converts your energy data into audit-ready Scope 1, 2, and 3 emissions automatically. No spreadsheets, no guesswork, link in the description. If this was useful, don't forget to follow and subscribe Apollo. We share everything you need to know about energy management. See you next time.